experience.
Andiamo a Istanbul! Andiamo a Istanbul!
The battle between EPL champions Manchester City and Italian giant Inter Milan. Live at Coated Lounge for Real Event Center, Mobile Ring Road, Ibadan, Saturday, June 10, 2023. Time 4 p.m. Featuring Predict and Win, live analysis, activity games with lots of freebies to be won, including live band performances by Kenzo and Friends. Guess what? Admission is free. This event is supported by Coated Lounge, Amber Energy Drink, Small Foods, and Solutions 939 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
So if you love the game of NBA, you love tennis, you love boxing, talk Formula One, talk football, this is the dial to listen to Mondays through Fridays on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 939 FM 8 to 8:30. Kicker Sports Show is the show. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, aka Young Striker 9. Top of the morning to you. Well, for Denver Nugget fans, how you doing? Good morning to you. Game 3 done. Who's good enough for the game 4? Well, we say shout out to West Ham United doing what some coaches could not do. West Ham United winning European trophy in a season where a team held on to the top position of the Premier League log and many months, few weeks ago, dropped. Shout out to West Ham United. Well, we'll also talk Lionel Messi transfer saga this morning. Well, this man is moving to MLS, and shout out to USA fans listening to the show this morning. This and more we'll be discussing on the show. We're live on Facebook, facebook.com/Solutions939 FM and YouTube. Remember, you can as well listen to us live from anywhere across the globe. Jump on Google Play Store, type Solutions 939 FM, download the app, and listen on the go. Right? You can as well go straight to Radio Garden to listen to us live. Just go straight to Radio Garden, type Solutions 939 FM, and listen on the go. Well, remember, on YouTube, just type Solutions 939 FM, and you are good to go to watch videos, watch everything in the studio of Solutions 939 FM. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, so let's go straight to the Game 3 of the NBA Final between Miami Heat and Denver Nuggets. It was the Denver Nuggets winning the Game 3, beating Miami Heat 109 to 94 points.
Here we go, the Denver Nuggets and Miami Heat, Game 3 of the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV. 2 games in Denver, each team with a win. It's time for Game 3. Adebayo, fancy move for Adebayo off the glass. Eric's supposed to have been raving about the play of Adebayo. Kevin Love for 3. Murray the drive, backs it home. Adebayo jump shot. And all 3 buckets. Max Strus with the assists. Murray back up. Jokic fakes, spins the pirouette. 20 games.
Let's just flip that stat. Yeah. I'm saying, though, it's only 13. Now it's 10.
10-point game with a minute and a half to play. Murray a 30-point game. Oh, Duncan Robinson knocked down a couple of threes. And it's 9. And now the Nuggets can dribble it out. And Murray just got his rebound. So they have 2 30-point triple-doubles here in Game 3 for the Nuggets. What an answer after the disappointing loss in Game 2 at home. The Denver Nuggets win their 4th straight road game in these playoffs. and regain home court advantage.
Well, regaining the advantage, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray celebrated yesterday a piece of NBA final history, inspiring the Denver Nuggets to that win. It is now 2-1 in favor of the Nuggets against the Heat. Well, the lead, which the Denver had taken after sharing the first quarter and never surrendered the second half, stretched out to 21. And even though Miami got it back to 9 inside of the final 90 seconds. Well, now let's talk about a man who has been dropped. Well, Chris Paul's time in the Valley of the Sun is over. The Phoenix Suns informed Paul on Wednesday that he will be waived, according to Chris Hines. The 38-year-old's future Hall of Famer will become a free agent after spending the last 3 seasons with the Suns. With 2 years left on his 4-year, $120 million contract, Paul was due to make a $30.8 million this season, but only $15.8 million of that was guaranteed. By clearing the cap space, the Suns will now build around Kevin Durant and Devin Booker as they again try to capture the franchise's first championship under new coach Frank Vogel. Despite being near the end of his career, Paul will still be considered one of this summer's top free agents, as he can still efficiently run an offense and excel at finding open teammates. Now let's go straight and talk tennis this morning. Well, talking tennis this morning, Swiatek won her first French Open rematch with Coco Gauff to reach another semi-final at Roland Garros. The defending champion extended her winning record against the American to 7-love with a 6-4, 6-2 victory, and will next face Beatriz Haddad Maia, who battled past Ons Jabeur in 3 sets to become Brazil's first women's singles semi-finalist of the Open era. Alexander Zverev made it back to the last 12 months after suffering a serious ankle injury against Rafael Nadal, while Casper Ruud defeated Olga Ruud in a repeat of last year's quarterfinal. Well, semi-final is going to be hot. The Roland Garros, yes, from the ATP to the WTA, but hey, let's talk more from that end and what a lot of people will be expecting, most especially tomorrow. But let's talk about what we're going down today. Well, it is going to be Karolina Muchova against Aryna Sabalenka by 2 o'clock today, while Iga Swiatek will take on Beatriz Haddad Maia. And tomorrow, Carlos Alcaraz has been talking about the battle he'll be having against Novak Djokovic. Well, the semifinal will be going down tomorrow in the ATP. Well, Carlos Alcaraz will take on Novak Djokovic. 2 o'clock is the time. At the same time, Casper Ruud is taking on Alexander Zverev. But for Carlos Alcaraz is releasing a chance to take on Novak Djokovic for a place in the French Open final. According to coach Juan Carlos Ferrero, the hotly anticipated clash will take place at the Roland Garros tomorrow after both moved through to the last 4 without dropping a set. It is a fascinating battle of the generations, with 36-year-old Djokovic chasing a record-breaking 23rd Grand Slam title, and Alcaraz, 60-year-old, is junior a second. If you want to see the best, so just save your time, save your data ahead of tomorrow. But hey, WTA is also going down today. Let's go on a break, and when we return, we talk the NPFL Super 6. Well, some teams still drawing okra. When you talk about okra, you talk about Bendel Insurance. This team, even from like second half of the season in the NPFL, like they won just like few games, but till the end of the season they kept drawing games, and even went to the Super 6, kept drawing games. Well, we'll take you around that and let you know what is currently happening in the NPFL Super 6, how the teams are standing. Check your time, it is 8:11. We're live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939FM. Still Kiko Sports Show. The first half of AM update. We'll look at sports from tennis, NBA. Now the second half of the show, we talk football, and let's start from the local scene, from Lagos, where we have the Super 6 ongoing. Well, match day 3 went down yesterday, and guess what? Enyimba still holding on to the top spot on the log, where Rivers United tied with 5 points each, and these are the only two teams to have recorded wins in one of their last 3 games. Well, the People's Elephants have got 5 points, and they won just a game, and they've drawn 2 from 3 matches. They've scored 4 goals and conceded 3. And the only game they won out of the 3 was the game against Lobby Stars, which they recorded a 1-0 victory. And guess what? Rivers United won their first game in the NPFL Super 6, beating Sunshine Stars 1-0. All the games ended in drawn games. Well, Remo Stars, just like Bendel Insurance, have recorded all games in a drawn corner. They've drawn all their matches. Bendel Insurance drawn all their games. Sunshine Stars, they've drawn 2 and lost 1. Lobby Stars drawn 2, lost 1. But let's just quickly take you back to results of games that went down last night. Bendel Insurance, Enyimba International played out a 1-0 draw. Remo Stars, Sunshine Stars played out a 1-0 draw, and that was meant to be the most talked about game, especially the Southwest Derby. And well, Lobby Stars Rivers United played out goalless. Well, some people already saying that the NPFL Super 6 looked like, drabby game because most of the results were coming in drawn results. But hey, that is what happened in the match day 3. But let's also let you know, going down in the match day 4, Rivers United will take on Bendel Insurance. And well, remember, Bendel Insurance unbeaten so far this season, the only team holding on to that record this season. And that game will be going down tomorrow, 2 o'clock, and by 4:30, Lobby Stars will take on Remo Stars. And well, the question is, can Remo Stars pick up a point? Pick up 3 points, not even a point right now. If they pick 3 points, that means that things are changing for Daniel Ogumode's side. And Sunshine Stars of Akure will be up against the Enyimba, who's got more in standing tall on the top sports on the NPFL Super 6 table. Lobby Stars rock bottom with 2 points. Sunshine Stars tied with 2 points. And teams in the middle, Remo, Bendel Insurance. Remo Stars is 3rd, Bendel Insurance is 4th. Well, who saw that coming? Remember, Bendel Insurance finished in the abridged version of Group A, leading that pack. Remo Stars were behind of Bendel Insurance. All right, now let's move away this morning as we also get some reactions, because assistant coach of Enyimba International says that it will be disappointing should Enyimba, finish the NPFL Super 6 second. All what they're eyeing for is lifting the NPFL Super 6, and all they need to do is to keep winning and avoiding defeat. All right, guys, let's go on a break, and after the commercials, we'll look at David Moyes, West Ham United, Lionel Messi. Well, we'll also talk about UEFA Champions League preparations for the final. Do not go anywhere.
For this Naija wey we dey so, say you no hold cash no mean say wahala dey o. You wan send money to Male for Villa. Just use Momo. You want buy recharge card or data plus jollificate 15% bonus when you recharge? Just use Momo. You want pay for market where you buy? Just use Momo. You fit use Momo run plenty things without cash. As long as you get Momo account, no cash, no wahala. And it dey easy to open o. Just dial *671# to open Momo account. Set your PIN, transfer money from your bank account or inside your Momo account to fiam make you fit dey pay for anything. Send and receive money sharp because life dey simple with Momo. You go jollificate 15% bonus anytime you recharge with Momo.
Saleko is the jungle. Everyone does what they must to survive.
Gangs of Lagos don't land for Prime Video and na the #1 film. So make una go watch am. E get better stars like Toby Bakri, Adeswai Tomi Wellington, Chike, Iyabo Ojo, and more. Plus the gege action wey dem do for the film. Chai! Now for only Prime Video you fit watch Gangs of Lagos, and dem go first give you 7 days free trial. Terms and conditions dey o. Oh yeah, check back to Prime Video.
Solutions 939 FM Ibadan is bringing your way the Champions League final experience. The battle between EPL champions Manchester City and Italian giant Inter Milan. Live at Coated Lounge for Real Event Center, Mobile Ring Road, Ibadan, Saturday, June 10, 2023. Time 4 p.m. Featuring Predict and Win, live analysis, activity games with lots of freebies to be won, including live band performances by Kenzo and friends. Guess what? Admission is free. This event is supported by Coated Lounge, Amber Energy Drink, Small Foods, and Solutions 939 FM.
Hello, sir. Do you mind if I interview you quickly?
No. I don't get
Just
time.
a quick one, sir. If you get 1 million naira right now, what would you?
You say? First of all, hey, I go share this my phone. Oh. After that, I will go buy red bars. You understand? Then I'll go work well. Come block my landlord main office, see my status. God declare for the boys there. Levels all live without
Take off on a millionaire level and do as you like with the FCMB Millionaire Promo Season 9 by increasing your savings account balance by 10,000 naira and keeping it for 30 days in your FCMB account. And if you are a new customer, deposit 10,000 naira into your account and keep it for 30 days. And you could be one of the winners of ₦1 million and other amazing cash rewards. Approved by NLRC and FCCPC. FCMB, Life Bank and I.
Mommy!
Yes, daughter?
Why is it that almost everyone in my school comes with Sumal candies and biscuits? I just want to know.
Yes, darling. It's because Sumal food is amazing and simply the best.
Yes, Mommy. Even the Sumal wafers and the chewing gum that you've always given to us are extremely delicious and captivating.
Hello, everyone. Here's your bread. Of course, it's yellow bread.
Wow!
Thanks, my dear. We always enjoy Jolly bread. For your biscuits, wafers, candies, chewing gum, and bread.
Sumal Foods, love at first bite.
Sumal Foods, love at first bite.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills. My help comes from the Lord. Experience God's mighty power, working miracles, transforming lives and destinies through His anointed servant, Prophet Taiwojo, at 72 Hours with God from Friday night to Sunday, 11th of June. Theme, Help from Above. Join us with your loved ones to receive the help you need from God. Every struggle and sorrow shall be terminated by God's supernatural presence and power at Mercy Camp, Osengiri, Ibadan from Friday 9th to Sunday, 11th of June. Ministering Prophet Taiwojo and other anointed ministers of God. Music ministrations by Bukola Akínyadé Ṣẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀ Jésù, Bísí Aláwìyé Àlùkò, Elijah Akíntúndé Ọlọ́run Sọ̀bẹ́, Gbẹ̀ngà Adénúgà, Bridget Adénúbí, Àtinúkẹ́ Ẹ̀rí Májẹ̀mú, and many others. Please note, we shall be rounding off early Monday morning. For more information, please call 0902-011-3558. 72 Hours with God. Come, don't miss it.
Solutions 939 FM Ibadan is bringing your way the Champions League final experience. The battle between EPL champions Manchester City
and Italian giant Inter Milan. Live at Courted Lounge for Real Event Center, Mobile Ring Road, Ibadan, Saturday, June 10, 2023. Time 4 p.m. Featuring Predict and Win, live analysis, activity games with lots of freebies to be won, including live band performances by Kenzo and Friends. Guess what? Admission is free. This event is supported by Courted Lounge, Amber Energy Drink, Small Foods, and Solutions 939 FM.
Okay, welcome back. Still Kick Off Sport Show on your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM 821 is the time. Let's quickly take you straight to what will be happening tonight. Start at 6:30 p.m. in Argentina, and that's the semi-final of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Uruguay will take on Israel 6:30 today, and by 10 o'clock it will be Italy versus South Korea. Remember, Nigeria lost against South Korea in the quarterfinal 1-0. And the winners of this round will surely pick a final ticket, while the losers will play in the third place. Okay, now moving away from that, let's talk about the victory yesterday for West Ham United. Jared Bowen admitted scoring the winning goal in a European final was beyond his wildest dreams. Bowen's last-minute strike secured a dramatic 2-1 victory for West Ham United over Fiorentina in the Europa Conference League final and ended their 43-year wait for a trophy. The 26-year-old winger raced on to Lucas Paqueta's through ball and slotted home to spark wild celebration on the pitch and touchline and in the stands. But here happens to be Declan Rice, who is also one of the standout players in the team. Well, giving thumbs up to the whole team, same as David Moyes, and talking about his future.
Honestly, absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. I think you can see everyone here. Do you know what, tonight the lads have been so on it. We had a real belief, but I'm not only just happy for us, the manager, I'm happy for these fans and also all the staff you can see behind us. So many of them, no one knows the work they put in, the chefs, the player liaisons, everyone that do everything to make us perform. I'm just as happy for myself as I am them because they deserve it. I'm just so happy. Look, at the moment, there's obviously a lot of speculation going on about my future. Obviously, there is interest, from other clubs that's out there. But ultimately, I've still got 2 years left at West Ham. I love this club. I love playing for this club. There hasn't been nothing yet. So, look, my focus is playing for West Ham, enjoying tonight, and look, seeing what happens. I'm captain of this club. I absolutely love it to pieces. I cannot speak highly enough of this place. And, let's just see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Let's enjoy tonight. Well, they still have a lot of celebration going on in England today. But hey, David Moyes also, made everybody understand that you have to wait for your time. But these boys also made it a wild period, playing on the continent and playing in the league. Also, experience had to count. Spending 2 seasons on the continent.
I actually think the last 2 years in European football for West Ham has been an incredible journey. Last year we won the group, got to semi-final. This year we've won the group, gone unbeaten, now won a final. So it's been an incredible sort of achievement really to do so well in Europe. The teams get there and it's very difficult. You look at some of the very good teams who find it a struggle to play the Premier League and do the games in Europe. So great credit. We've turned which we felt was a disappointing season into a super season, and I have to say that the players have done remarkably well throughout. I think to play in the Premier League and to play in European football, especially in the Euro League or the Conference League, has always been a difficult situation. But we've managed to get through both this year. Maybe not as well as we'd like, but this competition's been terrific.
Now the question is, should Declan Rice leave West Ham United? How will they cope next season? Those are the questions on the lips of all fans in England. Also, maybe some teams are also expecting Declan Rice to come over. But still talking about what happened yesterday, West Ham United have condemned the behavior of a section of the support fans after Fiorentina defender Cristiano Biraghi was left bleeding by an object thrown from the crowd during the Europa Conference League final victory in Prague. The game was goalless in 35th minute when Birahi went over to take a corner from in front of the end of the Eden Arena where West Ham supporters were sitting with the players. The players struck by what appeared to be a vape pen as cups and other objects rained down on him. West Ham issued a statement promising to take action against anyone found to have committed an offence and ban them from attending matches at the London Stadium. So you had a problem in Prague and it's going to affect you in London. So watch it as a fan. Just go enjoy football. Now let's come back to England, where Leeds have been charged with failing to control the crowd after a fan confronted Newcastle boss Eddie Howe at Elland Road during a recent Premier League game. Now talking about injury, Everton midfielder Amadou Onana will miss Belgium's Euro 2024 qualifiers later this month with a groin problem. The 21-year-old was scheduled to be in the squad to face Austria on 17th of June and Estonia the following Tuesday. Was expected to be fit for the start of Everton's pre-season training next month. All right, well, talking about UEFA Champions League, Manchester City defender Kai Walker insists Champions League success will not be the defining factor of the club's achievements, but admits victory would earn them recognition as one of the best teams in the world. They'll be facing Inter Milan in the final. And remember, the Champions League experience is going down the city of Ibarra-Katid Lounge, hosted by Solutions 939 FM. Now let's talk more this morning. Remember, it is about a transfer, right? Well, Lionel Messi broke a lot of hearts yesterday. Well, why also made some people happy yesterday? Lionel Messi's announcement that he plans to take his talent to South Beach Centers. Prizes for Inter Miami tickets on the secondary market into the stratosphere on Wednesday as fans clamored for a chance to see the Argentine great play on USA soil. Tickets price surged following a report early on Wednesday that he planned to join the Major League Soccer side, which he later confirmed. Messi's first game with the team could reportedly be on July 21 when Inter Miami hosts Cruz Azul in the League's Cup opener in Fort Lauderdale. The lowest price for the ticket for that game on Tuesday was mere $29, but on Wednesday the price rocketed to $329. That is a 1,034% jump, according to TickPeek. Well, there's also been different reports concerning some players who also believe in, and well, we may be having a reunion between Sergio Busquets and Lionel Messi, as reports has it that Sergio Busquets has held talks with Inter Miami about the possibility of following Lionel Messi to MLS. However, Messi's announcement on Wednesday that has turned down the chance to move the Saudi Arabia return to Barcelona in favor of the move to Miami could influence Busquets' decision. Well, Borussia Dortmund have agreed to a fee to sell England midfielder Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. Newcastle United could deny Manchester United one of their chief summer's transfer targets as the plot entering the race to sign Napoli defender Min Jae Kim. Finally, Manchester United are close to a deal to sign Monaco defender Axel Disasi. Guys, we move to the other side of the show this morning where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigeria newspapers. Favor Olorutola, Damola Lafenwa will be taking that also. And after that, we'll be having the Chief Press Secretary of the Oyo State government speaking to us this morning. Hey, shout out to Mustafa Taiwo, Oluwakemi Esther, Ajedoko Lukman, and Arani Yaya. My name is Oladapo Kunubi Favor. What's happening? How are you? What's good?
Good, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm happy for West Ham, actually.
You're happy for West Ham?
Yes. At least there's not something to carry.
Okay. I don't want to cast you this morning. I know what just happened in the studio. We both know what is happening in the studio.
Yeah,
okay, it's okay. There's nothing you cannot say. You are just like your... All right, guys. Do not go anywhere. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.
Solutions 939 FM Ibadan is bringing your way the Champions League final experience. The battle between EPL champions Manchester City and Italian giant Inter Milan. Live at Concert Lounge for Real Event Center, Mobile Ring Road, Ibadan, Saturday, June 10, 2023. Time 4 p.m. Featuring Predict and Win, live analysis, activity games, with lots of freebies to be won, including live band performances by Kenzo and Friends. Guess what? Admission is free. This event is supported by Concert Lounge, Amber Energy Drink, Small Foods, and Solutions 939 FM.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
It's 83, did I say 83? It's 33 minutes going past 8 right here on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 93.9 FM. It's a beautiful Thursday, and I'm sure Damola Lafenwa is excited to be here because we are hosting someone very important on our station this morning. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Good morning, Favor Laurentola. My name is Adi Damola Lafenwa, and with great pleasure, I welcome you to the From the Daily segment on AM Update on your number one radio dial, Solutions 93.9 FM. Like Favor Laurentola said, in a short while we'll be having a special guest in the studio. That is the Chief Press Secretary to the Oyo State Governor, that is Pastor Sulaiman Olariwaju, who will be here. And when the time comes, you get to know more about the program that is called Secretariat Aradu. Well, we have the job on our hands right now is to take you through some of the stories in our national dailies this morning. And this morning I've got The Nation and the Vanguard newspapers with me.
All right, I'll be punching through the Punch and the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Taking my first story from the Punch newspaper is on subsidy, as Tinubu orders Shatima governors to work on salaries, palliatives. That's in page 3 and 7 of the Punch newspaper, and it has this, other headlines here saying start work. Tinubu tells NEC as 22 governors, marketers back subsidy removal. Oil plan salary increase. Labour gives June 19 ultimatum of 200,000 naira wage. Okay. All right. 427,962 Nigerians in diaspora get NIN, and that's on page 23 of the Punch newspaper. Customs uncovered 25 duty evading factories in Lagos. NNPCL to cut fuel import from August. You can get that story from page 29 of the Punch newspaper. And on the 10th National Assembly, Tinubu APC moved to appease anti-zoning members. Budget reading states give Governor Jumbo exit package. And the last one from the Punch newspaper this morning says ex-SGF hands over Boko Haram detainees Magu's cases to Kume. You can find all the stories from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Okay, I'm taking my first shot at the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and quite a number of stories on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Starting from the cap headlines, I have this one that says FG Lagos joined forces to drive tax compliance. The story is on page 19. Moving further, Senate, I am not bothered about rubber stamp tag. Lawan, that story is on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. It is not in Tinubu's interest to impose leadership on 10th National Assembly. NEF, the story is on page 9. Presidential poll dispute. 5 INEC ad hoc staff to testify against Tinubu APC. The story is on page 8. Islamization. El-Rufai seeking relevance. Ignore him. Can. That story is on page 9. And now moving to the banner headline this morning. It says, unpaid gratuities, pensions, wages choke state. And riders to that, we have this one saying 34 states owe backlog of gratuities, 27 states burdened by unpaid pensions, 13 states owe salaries. We are doing our best to clear them, state governments. And well, I guess their best is not yet good enough, because we have 13 states still owing backlog of salaries, and we have the NLC state clamoring for salary increment, 200,000. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, there is this picture of the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu taking pictures with all the 36 state governors. He had a meeting with the Nigerian Governors Forum yesterday at the State House in Abuja, and they took this picture. I can see new faces among the governors there, and I can see old faces as well too. Okay, moving away from that, subsidy removal. Tinubu directs NEC to work on palliatives. He's talking about NEC, that is the National Economic Council. They are to work on palliatives. The story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. Youth despondent, we must act now. Despondent means we have the youths already losing hope in the government. They are losing hope. So that is what he was referring to, youth despondent. We must act now. Okay, Presidential Tribunal, Obi tenders 319 additional exhibits. And this will be the last one I'll be taking from the Vanguard. After meeting Tinubu, all marketers declare support for fuel subsidy removal. That story is on page 8 of the Vanguard. But these and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
Alright, from the Tribune newspaper, we have this headline from petrol subsidy. Tinubu directs NEC to work on palliatives for Nigerians, and oil marketers to donate mass transit buses worth 10 billion naira. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune. I remember asking this question yesterday concerning the subsidy and the provision, especially for transport, being made. I think this is one thing that we can say is a great development coming from the oil marketers and the governors at large. Well, we have this one called Stop AFCC, ICPC, DSS from arresting Yari. And it's a very bold one there on the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, I have this, looking at the front page of the Nigerian Tribune
like the same
and the Nation newspaper, they look the same, they look similar. It's because of this advertorial there, coming from Senator Yari. I think it's more of a court injunction, and it says court stops EFCC, ICPC, DSS from arresting Yari. But we won't go into that. Let me just take the other headlines on the front page of the Nation newspaper. I have this one saying, Tinubu to governors, it's time for governance. And the rider under that says, President ask NEC to work on subsidy palliatives. And another one says 75 senators elect backing Akpabio, says Ndume. And another one, the last headline there says returnee students from Sudan get conditions for admission. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Nation newspaper this morning. In a jiffy, we shall be joined by our analyst who will be joining us virtually. And it's still AM Update on Solutions 93.9 FM. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm happy to inform you that we already have our guest analyst with us virtually, connecting with us virtually. That is Mr. Ayodeji Ajishope. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Damala, and a good morning to you, Favor.
Good morning to you.
How are you enjoying the cold weather this morning?
It's cold. It's cold, and thank God for it.
Thank
So
God
it's cold.
for the showers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's go straight to the business of the day. I would like us to start with this story that has been trending since yesterday, talking about the comment credited to former governor of Kaduna State, that is Nasiru El-Rufai, talking about Islamization. Though I'm sure you must have read stories about that, sir.
I'm with you.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay, now
El-Rufai,
Islamization thing. He made some comments that statement, though the statement was made in Hausa language, but we have the transcript of the statement he made there. Now, don't you feel making such a statement coming from El-Rufai is going against the plans and the objectives of the new administration, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is being seen as a unifier, trying to unify ethnics torn apart, tribes torn apart, the religious bigotry and everything. Now the statement coming from El-Rufai talking about the fact that Islam, he contributed to make sure that Islam is a let me, I don't want to go into details, but let me just have your take on that.
Which, let's put the portion that is offensive in the public space for the sake of those who did not get
do you
it.
want
Sorry.
me to give you a full transcript of what he said?
Not necessarily a full, just the section that is quite offensive for those who have not, had an insight into it.
All right, let me start from this. First, I did a thorough calculation that most of those that are non-Muslims don't vote for our party, and include the All Progressives Congress, most of them. So why should I give them the deputy governor position? He was talking about him picking his deputy for the 2019 election. And the first, it's a purely political issue. It's politics. You want to win election, you're looking for people that will vote for you. We have observed that since we started practicing democracy, we knew places we used to win elections and those places we don't. We've done the calculation politically, and this is the political point of it. Second, we wanted to prove to people that, and thank God, in the last 4 years, we've vindicated ourselves and proved that the government, that as a Muslim as a governor, a Muslim as a deputy governor, a Muslim as SSG, Secretary of State Government, a Muslim as Chief of Staff, a Muslim as Finance Commissioner, will not cheat Christians in Kaduna State and everywhere. And on it goes like that. Although you made reference to, not cheating Christians, but the way it was put was though it was trying to kick against the other religion, which is what we want to talk about today.
Yes, El-Rufai is known, is not new on the political surface, and he's known for, quite tempestuous bearing. You remember, even outside of religious stuff, remember what he said about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, prior to the primaries. I don't want to go into that.
Okay.
When I saw this thing that Rufai said, today is a Thursday.
Yeah.
I think it was over the weekend or something that started trending. And I said to myself, because people were alarmed considering the configuration of Kaduna State, the ethnic configuration of Kaduna State. Those who, students of history, particularly about the issues in Kaduna, I will never forget one was referenced as Kaduna Massacre in 1967 or so. And, both ethnic and religious mix, not just a religious thing. There's an ethnic mix to it. And the man went ahead and chose a Muslim as his deputy governorship candidate, and he won the election. Well, so be it, the will of the people. But you have to rub it in. But that is when you speak in any language now, be sure that the whole world will get to hear what you're talking about, not those who speak the language alone.
Definitely.
And I think this is someone who aspires ultimately to national leadership, or he wants to claim to be a leader, on a national pedestal. And, El-Rufai is highly educated, and you would think that he can do better than that. But we must ask, what is the agenda? What is the motive? I always ask myself, what is the agenda? What is the motive? In whose interest? And let's not forget that even his political party did a Muslim ticket.
Yeah, I was about to go there because I was about to raise that question.
So
Remember
let's not even forget that. And the motive, the calculation, using the word of El-Rufai, was getting votes. That was the motive of Bola Ahmed Tinubu too.
Yes.
Getting votes. And you win election by vote. But beyond voting, what about governance? Will governance deliver equity? Will it deliver fair play to the people governed? But you see, people should not forget that the pattern of the result of 2023 elections says a lot about the fault line and fissures in Nigeria, and we should be careful about that. People go and look at the map of the result. Taraba, Adamawa, Benue, Plateau.
Yeah.
Southeast solidly voting 93, 95, 97% for a candidate based purely on, ethno, but mostly religious, consecration. That's not good. You can accuse that candidate that got the vote for whooping up sentiment, but he was playing on the fears and sentiments that exist. You understand?
Yes.
If there was no fear and sentiments that existed, there would have been nothing to play upon.
Definitely.
So that's just it. That's just it.
Definitely.
That's just it.
So, like the Khan uttered a statement, made a statement yesterday, reacting to what El-Rufai said, and said
I want to the gallery.
Yeah, there's El-Rufai seeking relevance. Ignore him. Should his statement be ignored?
Well, when they say ignore him, it does not mean they are not watching him.
Is that statement a statement of someone seeking relevance or making a statement of fact?
You mean El-Rufai?
El-Rufai, yes. Because Khan is saying that probably is seeking relevance. He's only seeking relevance with that statement.
I do not know what... Look, El-Rufai is known to be tempestuous. Look at the things he has said about Buhari. Somebody who he adores has followed targeted. Look at the things he has said about the man. You understand? Why the man was in office. So El-Rufai is just a tempestuous character. And he's very tempestuous. And I do not even know. They say people should be very careful in this country. Leadership. Those who purport to lead us. But saying that he's seeking relevance, well, let us see how relevant he will be in this administration. And I do not mean by appointment, though. I mean relevant.
Okay.
I have appointments without relevance.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go to the economy. Let's leave politics for now, Mr. Ajishokwe. Let's talk about the, June 19 ultimatum on the 200,000 naira minimum wage. Now, this is a good thing, ultimatum or not. Probably the federal government will listen, because Tinubu has ordered Shatima governors to work on salaries and the palliatives to cushion the effect of the subsidy. Now, if this benchmark of 200,000 naira is actually, accepted, and peradventure, we have the 200,000 naira minimum wage in Nigeria. Let's look at the effect on the economy. Now, barely, a few months to the increment to the 30,000 naira minimum wage, the increase in food prices and everything just skyrocketed. It was very terrible. Now that it's 200,000 naira, with the oil and everything, what is the fate of the Nigerian economy?
Well, you see, I had a conversation with a high-ranking labor leader on Monday. And I said, off the record, as we say. And I said, are you people serious? What are your expectations? Is it actually 200,000? Or let's even leave it at 100,000? Do you expect 100,000? Would it be nice? Would it be, are you sure you're fighting for the working class? Would you get 100,000 naira for them? And if you get 100,000 naira for them, okay, the economy is powered anywhere in the world, mainly by the small and medium-scale enterprises who employ 5, 10, 20 people. How many of them are able currently to pay 30,000? Even the governments are not paying the 30,000. Let us not even agree that after recovering money, you understand, from the subsidy removal, you want to throw money into the system and make the system to be awash with liquidity. You know the immediate consequences of that. And the terrible thing is that this money will not be in the hands of everybody. It will be in the hands of government workers.
Yeah, sure.
And you know how markets, the markets, the open markets react. They will not exempt,
it's not everybody.
They will not exempt anybody. Now, you don't get out of it and you suffer for it. That is not particularly nice. I think the focus should be on how to cushion the consequences. And that should be in three phases. The short, not the short, the immediate. Because the impact is already out there. Immediate, that is immediate. That is not even short term anymore. That is immediate. And then the medium term and the long term. What can be done now? Mass transit. Mass transit is something that can be done. But when you do mass transit, you have to think of road infrastructure. Like I told you on Monday, from Moleke to Ojo, there are no bus stops. Some people design those highways. And I tell you, no people engineer would design such a highway. Something and implementation stage. So if you put those big buses, they're going to be obstructing traffic unnecessarily. But that's one. Transport infrastructure. We used to have what they call price control board in Nigeria. And it is not that it is strange to other countries too. There must be some regulations. It was during SAP that we had liberalization. They started with liberalization, and then it became a free fall. Marketing boards were scrapped. There was some form of not will not control. It was from form of regulation. This government at the federal level are promised, the return of those boards, so that those who keep it plant something this year and it doesn't do well, in the market, the board will cushion it, take it off you, and then there will be, it is the middleman. What do they say? Yoruba man, so the middleman. It is the middleman that makes the product to be very expensive. Alagbata, yes. That's the middleman that makes products to become very expensive. So if the government was sort of become, the middleman and things are regulated, that is long term. So this, rather than salary increase, the consequences will be grave on the economy. And when you add to it the parity of foreign exchange windows, that is going to be very consequential.
Okay, now talking about the salary increase now, we have it on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. It says unpaid gratuities, pensions, wages choke states, and we have it, one of the writers says 13 states owe salaries at the moment. If state governors or state government that are still unable to pay 30,000 naira minimum wage, how will they be able to pay minimum wage if it is being approved at 200,000?
Let's take a look at the situation as it is now. Some states are not paying. Oyo State is not a particularly rich state in terms of revenue. I said on this show on Monday that governance now is not mere popularity. You understand? I'm popular. I can get the vote. Because the answer, that's politicking. Governance requires entrepreneurial skills now. Not just I'm popular. I get the vote. How are you going to govern? And then when you are popular and you even get the votes to go and gather politicians into highly sensitive offices and they continue with their politicking. People should understand that there's a difference between politicking and the president even said it yesterday to the statistics governors that politicking is over, it is time for governance.
Governance, yes.
Why is, without standing whatever way. It was an administration in this case before this one. They owed so much. How did this one get to pay, all those gratuities that are owed? You understand? Yes, they might not have paid everything, but they are making a big difference.
Yes.
So, and salaries too. And of course, you will agree that is why credit is available to civil servants, civil and public servants. At least I can speak of your case. That is why the banks are making credit available to them. Salary advance, loan. Because there's stability, you understand? And one of the major issues in our economy is access to credit. Access to credit. So when these issues are dealt with, now those who are not paying gratuities and all of that, let me tell you, it's a matter of creative governance and priorities. Some do not have the passion for the people they govern. That is why they get their priorities from. Another thing that is symbolic, when these administrations, they have many shortcomings. The first whole year and a half or thereabout, I saw that no official cars were bought for anybody. They were riding around in utility vehicles or some in their own personal cars. That was from savings and all of that. Of course, they eventually bought maybe about 2 years or so after. But initially, you must understand if you yield to civil servants, the bureaucrats, they will just ruin the administration. That is it. Creative governance and compassion and passion for the people that you are elected to govern. Those who are owing, when I hear states are owing taxes month per month or gratuity pensions,
yes,
it's heart-rending.
And some of them are saying we are doing our best to clear them.
I think
governors.
Look, when you are elected, you know what you are going into. When you are taking the job where you work now, didn't you know what that will be?
It seems probably most of these political office holders they are not really prepared for the task ahead. All they wanted was just to get into power.
No, that's dangerous. That's what I think we had this conversation on Monday around this issue. That they are not called public office holders for nothing. They're holding office in just for the people, for the public. They must get that into their head very, very clearly. They are elected with a mandate to come and govern. When you govern, I mean, certain fundamentals must be in place.
Definitely.
It's not for appearances, riding around, blaring, siren, and waving at the people. Governance is serious business.
Okay.
Governance is serious business.
Okay. Now, let's move away from that issue. There's another headline on the front page of the Vanguard that caught my attention. It says, Senate, I am not bothered about rubber stamp tag. Lawan. Now, it's been believed in some quarters that the outgoing National Assembly is nothing but a rubber stamp. That the outgoing administration had the entire assembly in its pocket. What's your take on that?
It is not my take. It is the take of Nigerians and everybody out there.
But should
that not even be said about the Senate?
There's this misconception. It is believed, some people make us to believe that they are not rubber stamp. I mean, there should be a cordial relationship between the legislative arm of government and the executive arm of government. But when you talk about cordial relationship, that doesn't mean that everything that's been thrown to you must be approved.
Damola,
that is why
the man said, Damola, let us watch the man's words. The man said, I am not bothered. He did not say, I am not a rubber stamp Senate. He said, I am not bothered.
That means it's a statement that he even accepts that he is
he
a rubber stamp.
I am not a rubber stamp Senate president. He says he's not bothered.
That's English language.
Not that he is not. That is admission. That is rubber stamp. It is implied. You understand? It is implied. And you see, when people say, what is the role of the assembly, the parliament, to make laws? You understand?
Yes.
And to oversight the executive branch. It is what they call check and balance.
Check and balances. Yes.
And then check and balances. And then the judicial branch is to strike a balance between the two arms, and then the people and the people and those who govern them. You understand?
Yes.
The judiciary is the arbiter between the people and those who govern, and then between the other arms of government. That is why we have that relationship. You are to oversight. You are the direct representatives of the people, constituency by constituency, recognizing the differences from one, especially in a federal union like our own. That's why we have constituencies. The federal constituency from Ibadan North, their needs is quite different from the federal constituency in Birnin-Gwari or in Yenogwa. That is why they are representing their people. That is why the executive branch, they govern. That is the difference. You govern and you represent. So that is why they are to make laws for the executive branch to govern and then to oversight the executive, so that the executive will not become overbearing. So when you do not speak, look at somebody was asking the senator yesterday. Look at the role of the legislative branch in the setting up of Nigeria or whatever.
Nigeria,
how did all of that? And then the loan, approval. That should be, you write letters and then if they don't provide documents, you have a right to demand for supporting documents for explanation.
According to a senator, can I butt in here? Concerning this Nigerian hair, I am still trying to get the name of the senator that was on the television.
Nalado.
Yeah, I guess so. He made something clear that we are not. I'm going to reiterate what it was said on the page. We are not a rubber stamp. What we just did was we, admitted this bill and we gave the approval, right? But the aviation sector, the aviation minister, did not carry us along in all the processes that was going on. All we just did was we approved and he went ahead, and those that were, advising him on things like this just, helped him. We were not aware of most of the processes. Now, the question that came to my mind is, if you keep approving these bills, how did you not know about what was coming into Nigeria in the first place? And they say
no problem approving bills.
Yes.
But even after approving bills, the execution of, laws, you have oversight functions.
According to them,
that's where the check and balance comes in.
According to them, they were not carried along. According to the Senate, they were not carried along.
I think that's an excuse. It's a flimsy excuse.
He said it's the aviation minister's sector. He should handle it. What we are just to do is to give the approval, and then he keeps carrying us along.
I believe that's a flimsy excuse, actually.
Damola Favor,
Yes.
I worked in the National Assembly.
Okay, that's from Senator Ali Ndume.
Yeah, I worked in the National Assembly as a special assistant. I am quite to understand with the operations, they have oversight function. And to question, to make demands, to ensure that whatever is in the law or in the appropriation is delivered accordingly. But in reality, that is not what happens. I'm chairman of a committee that oversights a department of government. When I go there, most of the time, they are not interested in what they are doing. We just go there when we are coming. All the ministry or department does, or the agency does, is get money ready. Let me remind you, there was a particular committee overseeing the stock exchange. That was when Aruma Ote was the director general of the stock exchange. Right on the floor, right on the committee room of that was investigating the stock exchange. Aruma Ote came down heavily on the chairman of that committee that they were making demands, that they collected this, collected that. The man couldn't do anything. They quickly had to adjourn and shut down the committee. Because this is what happens. They are not looking out for the interest of the people that they totally represent. They are looking out for their own interest. And at the end, the interest of the people and the interest of this country is compromised. And that comes down to those who put them into office. It does not end in voting. That is where the challenge is. It does not end in voting. It goes beyond voting for the people of the choice. So, the responsibility of governance goes beyond those who govern us. It is an issue that we who put them in office have to face and confront.
Okay. Just before we let you go, there is this particular issue I would like us to talk about. It's in the Vanguard newspaper, and it's talking about Femi Gbajabiamila saying that the youth despondent, we must act now. The fact that the youths of the nation have totally lost hope. I mean, looking at because I remember when I was in school, when I was very young, we were always told that we are the future leaders, we are the future of tomorrow. And I'm sure probably when you two were young too, that saying had been in existence too. But I was a toddler when the last president, the former immediate past president, was the head of state. I mean, I know what my age is now, and he just left the scene too. When will it be the time for the youth? And that is why Gbajabiamila is saying that youth despondent, we must act now. What are the things that you feel the government should put in place, at least to give youth hope again?
I have been privileged to work in tertiary institutions, in locations where I've virtually all my life engaged youth. And outside of that, I'm engaged. And what I hear, and I've had constantly in the past 1 year or two, is that the government to make the environment, enabling environment, in order to unleash the potentials of the youth in the areas of entertainment and technology. Unleashing. I'm not talking about those who are building what these politicians are busy building around ICT hubs and all of that. No, unleashing the potentials in our youth. And remember that this president acknowledged the fact that the youth were not for him. You understand?
Yes.
In his acceptance speech, when he got elected, he said, I heard you loud and clear, the youth of Nigeria. And he said, they're going to create 1 million jobs in the ICT sector. I think in his overall speech or acceptance speech,
yes,
when he was elected, he said they were going to create 1 million jobs. And when you create 1 million jobs, it will have a spiraling effect beyond 1 million jobs. You understand? So that is like you create an industry. You say you are manufacturing nylon and you employ 10, even 4 people. Of course, some people will be distributing. You understand? Some people will be distributing and then some will be selling at the retail end. That is indirect employment. You have employed 5 people, but indirectly you have employed maybe 100 people. So that is he has recognized that. And it is very, very important unleashing the potential of the youth of this country. It is a fact that 53% of Nigeria's population is constituted by what is called youth. And that is a lot of energy. If not properly channeled, and because and we are seeing it. We have seen it.
Yes.
The knowledge of the youth in the high-tech savvy young men whose energies and knowledge have been negatively handled. But at the same time, we see Nigerians working virtually and making money quietly. Tens of thousands of them. And of course, the entertainment industry.
Yes.
In the past 10, 15 years, Nigeria's entertainment industry, people hardly listen to. How many times do you hear people playing foreign music on Nigeria's airwaves anymore? So that, so much more can be done. Much more can be done in that.
So we can boldly say that the Nigerian youth are not lazy, as was being speculated then.
I avoided referencing that.
Okay. On that hilarious note, I would like to say a big thank you to you for being a part of the program this morning. Thank you very much, sir. It's always
thank you. It's always
on the program. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure being with you, Favor and Amola.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
And you too, sir. Okay, it's been the AM update on Solutions 93.9 FM. We've been speaking with Mr. Ayo Deji Ajishop, a broadcaster and a public affairs analyst then. Favor, yesterday you were talking about, when you were giving us the weather report, you talked about yesterday being cloudy, expecting cloudy and cloudy weather, and all of a sudden, late in the night, boom.
From 7 o'clock.
I mean,
from
it was
7 o'clock,
it was
showers.
I really enjoyed. Personally, I enjoyed the showers.
A friend of mine who likes to, party, was like, this rain should stop. I was like, please, guy, don't use your mouth talk. Wait till please let this rain actually fall and let us enjoy the weather. And really, it was a pleasant one waking up this morning. Everyone is not as stressed as they used to be. So today is Thursday, 8th June 2023, and this is how it is going to be in the for the weather this morning. It's 10 o'clock. We'll be having 26 degree this morning, cloudy. By 11, we expect thunderstorms. 12 o'clock, 28 degree, cloudy. 1 p.m. cloudy at 30 degree. 2 p.m. cloudy at 29 degree as well. 3 p.m. cloudy. 4 p.m. cloudy, 27 degree. 5 p.m. expect thunderstorms. 6 p.m. 26 degree. 7 p.m. 25, 24 by 8 p.m. By 9 p.m. 23 degree. Slight thunderstorm. 10 p.m. cloudy, 11 p.m. cloudy. Probably today we expect showers of blessings as well during the course of the day or at night. Whatever it is that happens, just stay safe and be good. My name is Favor Olorintola.
And at Apples tonight, that's 9:30, we'll be having a guest on the program, Secretary Araju, and he's the Chief Press Secretary, CPS, in Oyo State Government, and he is Pastor Sulaiman Olanrewaju. You will get to know more on the program. It's a program I bet you can't afford to miss at Apples night, right here on your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 93.9 FM. My name is Adidamala Lafewa, wishing you a very pleasant Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nigeria, gbogbo. A ní láti gbàdúrà gidi, a ní láti gbàdúrà gidi. Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ni wá, bàbá ẹ dáríjì wá, òwe máa ń wò tẹ̀sẹ̀ mọ́ wa lára. Bàbá, 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 mo wọlé, mo wọlé. We need a vision and rededication.
93.9 FM.
For we have a mission. I pray more and take me, take me, take me, take me, take me, take me, take me the say amen. Amen. Open your mouth and say amen. Amen. Say amen. Amen. Say amen. I need láti gbàdúrà gidi. 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 Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ni wá, bàbá ẹ dáríjì wá o, ẹ má wo tẹ̀sẹ̀ mọ́ wa lára. Bàbá, 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 mo wọlé, mo wọlé, mo wọlé fàdúrà. Lift up this nation, now we keep time when you go away. They no go put the leadership before your hand. Now you go take calm yourself. No be by force, not by sense. Now you go making Nigeria better. Oh. A nation with vision must plan for future. Youth are the future. Youth of this nation, tie your shokoto well, well. We have a mission to build this nation. Eba jẹ́ àpagbà kan kó fàdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Àgbà kí wà lọ́jà lọ́jà láyé kó rí ọmọ tuntun wọ̀. It needs no introduction.
Could you please stand in silence? You may or may not believe it, but it is true. God is with us here in this country, Nigeria. Yes. Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó dáwọ́lé ó máa máa ṣe oríire ni. Ọ̀bá làbókè kókó làbókúta irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa má dà kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe ẹ́. Ó ti wàá máa lọ síwájú ni. Bó ti gbóríyìn fáwọn tó yẹ kó gbóríyìn fún Ọlọ́run á máa gbóríyìn fún ẹ. May God in His infinite mercy and wisdom crown you with all the desires that you seek. May you be greater than we. May you be greater than we. May you be greater than
Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ni wá bàbá, ẹ dáríjì wá o, ẹ má wo tẹ̀sẹ̀ mọ́ wa lára. Bàbá, bàbá, bàbá. Mo wólẹ̀ fàdúrà. A ní láti gbàdúrà gidi kankan. A ní láti gbàdúrà gidi. A ní láti gbàdúrà gidi. A ní láti gbàdúrà gidi. Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ni wá bàbá, ẹ dáríjì wá o, ẹ má wo tẹ̀sẹ̀ mọ́ wa lára. Bàbá, bàbá, bàbá. Mo wólẹ̀, mo wólẹ̀, mo wólẹ̀ fàdúrà. Bàbá, 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 bàbá o, mo wólẹ̀, mo wólẹ̀, mo wólẹ̀ fàdúrà. Bàbá, bàbá o, bàbá, 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 bàbá. Mo wólẹ̀, mo wólẹ̀, mo wólẹ̀ fàdúrà. Bàbá, bàbá, bàbá. Mo
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn.